Hey, everybody, and welcome to another deep dive. You know, where we take one topic and really get into it.
Yes.
Today, we're going to be looking at success, or really, I
And-
guess more specifically, why people don't achieve it.
Interesting.
And for this one, we're going to be looking at the life and the philosophies
Okay.
of Albert Einstein.
That's a good one.
So, like, how he approached
Mhm.
problems and challenges, basically using him as like a guide.
Okay.
And for this, we've got this book all about his sort of wisdom and stuff.
Oh, cool.
It's really cool. I think you'll like this one.
I'm excited.
So we're going to be talking about self-doubt and fear and the power of perseverance, all that good stuff.
Love it.
You ready to unlock your potential?
Let's do it.
All right, let's
Yeah.
go. So first of all, Einstein. He wasn't like a brilliant student or anything early on, which is kind of a surprise.
Yeah, you think of Einstein, you think genius,
Exactly.
like a child prodigy.
Yeah. No. He was actually considered like a failure.
Whoa. As a kid. He even had trouble finding work after graduation. So
I had no idea.
yeah, I mean, it makes him a little bit more relatable,
Right?
right? Because like we all face setbacks.
We do.
It's not always easy,
Right.
but it proves that anyone can overcome these things.
Yes, anyone can achieve success.
Yeah,
It's not just handed to you.
exactly. And there's this quote from Einstein that I think really sums this up.
Okay.
He said, "It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer."
I love that.
Yeah.
So simple,
Oh.
but so powerful.
It is, and it's so true. It's about sticking with it even when things get tough.
Yeah, you're not going to figure everything out
Right,
right away.
right.
You're going to hit roadblocks, and that's okay.
Exactly.
Just got to keep going.
You got to keep pushing. So even though he had all these setbacks, he really believed in himself.
It's
He didn't let other people define him. He didn't
Yeah.
accept their
I think it was like he knew he was destined for great things. Yeah. And that's a good lesson for all of us.
Absolutely.
Don't let anyone tell you what you can and can't do. What about you? What are some limiting beliefs that you've had to overcome?
Oh, wow. So many. I think a big one for me early on was that I wasn't creative enough.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I always loved learning and, doing well in school, but I just never thought of myself as a creative person.
Interesting.
But then I started experimenting with different things, trying new hobbies, and I realized that I actually really enjoyed being creative.
That's awesome.
It just took me a while to find my outlet.
Yeah.
So
If you're feeling stuck, don't be afraid to. Try new things.
I love that.
You never know what you might discover about yourself.
That's so important. All right, so we've talked about self-doubt, but another big challenge is fear.
Oh, yeah.
And Einstein, he actually viewed fear as like a creative force.
Interesting.
So think about it. When he first proposed his theory of light bending,
Okay.
people thought he was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it was a totally revolutionary idea.
Yeah.
Challenging everything
Yeah.
people thought they knew about the universe.
Exactly. But he didn't let that fear stop him. He
Didn't let it paralyze him.
didn't let it paralyze him.
He used it as fuel.
Yeah. He saw it as a sign that he was onto something big.
But he was pushing boundaries.
Yeah. And he embraced
Yeah.
the possibility
Yeah.
of being wrong,
Which is
huge.
so important.
Yeah.
Because we're all afraid of being wrong.
Right. But
It's
how we learn and
it's
how we grow.
And he actually said, a person who never made a mistake, never tried anything new.
Wow.
So true.
I love that. So instead of seeing fear as a stop sign, he saw it as like a compass.
Oh, I like that.
Right. Like
Yeah.
it's guiding you
Yeah.
towards something new.
Yeah, it's like a signpost
Yeah.
saying, hey, you're on the right track.
Yes.
Just keep going.
Exactly. So that fear that you're feeling,
Yeah.
it might actually be
Yeah.
a sign that you're on the right track.
Exactly.
That
It's a
great.
total game changer,
Yeah.
how we view fear.
It is. It's a whole new way of looking at it.
It is.
Okay, so we've talked about self-doubt. We've talked
Right.
about fear. But another crucial element of Einstein's success was his persistence.
Persistence. Yeah.
Like we know, he spent years working at the patent office
Right.
while he was developing
Mhm.
his theories.
Crazy dedication.
Right. He didn't have some fancy lab
Right.
or a big team of researchers. It was just him
Wow.
and his passion.
That's inspiring.
It is.
Yeah.
And it makes you think, what are you passionate about?
Yeah.
What have you put on hold? Maybe because you think you don't have the resources or the time.
I know. I've been there.
Right. But Einstein's story shows us that you can still pursue your passions, even when life throws you curveballs.
Yeah, it might not be easy.
Right. It might take time, but that consistent effort, that's what
makes the difference.
makes the difference. And you know what else is interesting?
That's the
Einstein. He never stopped learning.
always curious.
Yes, he was all about continuously expanding his knowledge and staying curious.
He was a lifelong learner.
He was a lifelong learner.
For sure.
And he had this great quote about it.
Oh, what is it?
He said, "Imagination is the highest form of research."
Wow.
Think about that. He saw imagination as a form of research.
That's incredible.
He wasn't afraid to dream big, to explore new ideas, to question everything.
So it's not just about learning facts. It's about using your imagination to come up with new possibilities.
Exactly. It's like, even as he became this world-renowned genius, he never lost that childlike wonder and thirst for knowledge.
It's amazing. Yeah. What an example
to follow.
What sparks your curiosity?
What do you love to learn about?
What's something you've always wanted to learn but haven't made time for?
So many things. Right. There's always something new to discover.
Always. So we've talked about self-doubt, fear, persistence, lifelong learning. Yeah. But one of the biggest takeaways from Einstein's story is the power of a growth mindset. Yes. Have you heard of this before? Oh, for sure. It's a popular concept these days.
Yeah, it is.
Sometimes it's hard to wrap your head around.
Yeah, it's a little buzzy.
Right.
It is.
So how does this relate to Einstein?
Well, basically, instead of seeing intelligence as something that's fixed, a growth mindset believes that you can always learn and improve. And Einstein, he totally embodied this.
Okay.
He didn't let early setbacks define his abilities. He embraced challenges, learned from his mistakes, and constantly pushed himself to grow.
So instead of saying, oh, I'm not good at math, you would say, I'm not good at math yet.
Exactly.
It's a subtle shift, but it's so powerful.
It is, because it opens up all these possibilities.
It's
like, you're acknowledging that you're not perfect, but you can always improve.
We're all works in progress.
Yeah, and that's exciting.
It is.
So as we wrap things up here, it's clear that Einstein's path to success was not a straight line.
Definitely not.
He faced doubts, fear, setbacks.
All of it.
But his story is a testament to the power of self-belief, persistence, and a willingness to embrace the unknown.
It's inspiring.
It's very inspiring. It proves that anyone can achieve extraordinary things.
Absolutely.
So here's a final thought for you.
Okay.
If Einstein were alive today, what problem would he encourage us to stay with longer?
That's a great question.
What world-changing solution might be just around the corner if we have the courage
to persevere,
to think differently, to never stop learning?
Wow. Something to think about.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, that's it for this deep dive. See you next time.